Just give me a second. Meanwhile, I just give you a bit introduction how this process and things are going to be. You guys would have, seen the last particular setup or last report which we have done. Okay, so in this particular thing, we are going to take the whole presentation into 4 sessions, and those sessions are knowledge, past experience, work ethic, and cross examination. I just let you know, like in the cross examination part, the last part which you can, which is there, in that you guys need to ask a question to your colleague itself. Okay, whomsoever is your colleague, you have to ask the question to them and proceed on it. So that is going to be the part of a cross examination is going to be. So you can be prepared and set up for that. Okay, so I'm just moving to this a quick. Today we have Chandra with us, Muzammil, right?
Yes, right.
Am I smell? Okay, Muzammil with us and Ashwin. So the meetup is actually created in such a way where we are actually understanding your communication, mindset, work culture, attentiveness, and knowledge. These are a couple of things which are tracked or checked in this particular setup. All the answers which you will give, that will be recorded and that will be analyzed through our AI model, as well as there is a human expert, and we will create a report and send it to you, like how you performed in which question and what all said. So layout of the meetup is going to be in the 4 segment, that is knowledge, experience, work ethic, and cross examination, as I already told you. So without further delay, I would request you to first introduce yourself and your journey till now in Salesforce. So Muzammil, you can be the first one.
Okay. Yes, my name is Muzammil Mubin Pathan. I'm from the Pune, Maharashtra. Yes, and I have done the BCA in 2015 when after that I joined the consulting staff as a CRM practitioner. I worked there 1.5 years as a CRM practitioner. After that, I joined the WNS Global Services as senior associate, where I started my Salesforce journey in the WNS Global Services. I joined as a senior associate. After that, they gave us training for the Salesforce admin. I started working as admin in that WNS Global Services. After that admin, they put me in the CPQ project. So I have started working in the CPQ process in WNS completely 3 years, 7 months. I worked in the admin and the CPQ in the WNS Global Services.
Thank you. Ashwin, you can be the next one to just give a bit glimpse of your journey, and not very detailed, but a glimpse can work it out.
Sure, right. So I have started my Salesforce career in 2017. So under the company of Aerotide Works Private Limited. So I am working as a senior Salesforce administrator. So here I take care of, I have worked in projects like medical, admin, management, advertising, and so on. So in that, there were many projects that I have worked as an admin, as a consultant. And also in my recent projects, we have worked as an CPQ and admin. So in that, we were doing that base, means like overall that cost and all the qualities and all the things, whatever the customers were needing. So all those things that we were setting up, and we were giving them the overall functionality what as requested by the client. So apart from that, we have done many admin and integrations as well. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you for that. Chandra, you can be the next one.
Yeah, good to see you. So first of all, myself, Chandra Sahaj. So I have a 2 years of experience in Salesforce. Currently, I'm working in one of the CPQ project. So 3x ranger, I mean the tri-led ranger, and I'm like a certified Salesforce CPQ certified. So I'm basically from Bangalore.
Good to know. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So proceeding to this, like as we got how your overall journey and setup has been till now. So the first we will be asking, there are certain set of knowledge based questions. Here the process is going to be, you need to raise the hand and then you have to reply. Okay. So the question will be presented in front of you and you have to read the question by yourself, raise the hand and reply. If someone also want to give the answer on that question, they can also give, but again, the answer need to be different or a bit, there should be some counter on new things. You cannot just repeat the same thing around. Okay. So here's the first one. You can read the question by yourself. And once it's done, you can read, you can just raise the hand and answer. Okay, not, yeah, like this. Like Muzammil, then Chandra, you have to raise the hand in the Google Meet itself. There's a button of raising hand. Okay, so I saw like Chandra has raised the hand first. So please, Chandra, do the same way as Muzammil has raised. Muzammil, you can answer it. Yeah.
The product rules. So we can say whenever we are going to configure the product, and there is a we can say multiple products, and we need to be a sales rep want to in the different method and different way. So there is a type of the product role, so we can assign through that while the configuring the product or while the selecting the product should be in the proper manner. If there is a product role, we can say there is a 2 or 4 types in the product role. Uh, Also for the selection product rule, alert product rule, and filter and validations. While the alert product rule, when there is a 4 product, and if the product sales rep is selecting one product, and he should not select that product in that quantity, or should not product select without another product. So that time it will be he will be show the pop-up message, alert message. Okay, this is the just only the warning message. So he can skip also, and he can continue also, make the changes also. And the validation rules, in that validation rules, sales rep or user has to be select the right product. You cannot proceed without selecting the proper product. So any combination not match, any criteria not match, it will be automatically pop up that error message when we set the validation product rule. So it will be not allow, don't allow sales rep to go ahead without making the changes in that validation selection validation rule. So this is the type.
That's
So
good.
okay.
Yeah, thank you. Chandra, do you have anything new into it or any counter or something you want to add into it?
Yeah, there is a selection, and we have a one more product rule called a selection and filter.
Okay, selection and filter is there in that. Okay, that's good. Ashwin, anything new into it from your side you want to add into it?
New in the sense, like just, yeah, I have the same points. So, for example, whenever the customer or someone has something like it is not only minimizing, or it's also adding. Like, for example, when we select one product, anything like we select a product A, automatically the product B has to be selected. So, if there's a requirement, something like this, at that time, product will help us to select, auto select, or auto remove, or common condition. And through for this aspect, we can use this product rule efficiently.
That is really great. So let's move to the second one. This was just to give you a glimpse how the process is going to be. You all guys can raise the hand and you have to be a different, or you can counter with the example also if you find something mistake or some other thing has been spoken by the earlier guy. This is your second question. Anyone like to raise the hand? Yeah, Ashwin.
So we have different options, right? So in that options, if you want to give an user like what bundle to be chosen, at that time this dynamic handle will help us. So we can choose our own options from the bundle. So from the product, there are different types of product, right? So in that product, there will be different options. So from that option, which one do we need to select? So it will give us an option for the end user. So for that scenario, we can use this dynamic bundles.
Okay, that's good. So Sorry, my one other screen just lost the connection. So anyone among you guys would like to answer? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Muzammil. Yes.
Dynamic bundles. We can say, uh, yes, he already said right, Ashwin. When we user want to select a bundle for option inside the bundle, so we can there is a so it will be easy to select. We can create the dynamic bundle. So it's mentioned already. This is a bundle, and with this bundle, this option with that bundle. So this is the dynamic. So it will be easy to selection.
Okay, that makes sense. So let me move to the next question. Chandra, do you have anything different in this, Chandra? Like, not to repeat, but any other point to be mentioned in this? You are mute, Chandra. I think so. There's a connection issue. Let me move to the next question. Okay. This is a third question. You all guys are seeing here the third question on the screen. QTC. Yeah, Muzammil.
QTC, this term used in the total complete code to cash process, and we can say this is related to and with the finance team also. Uh, Totally, it's a work in the in Sales Cloud. For the creating a code and then actual converting to cash, this completely part fall in the billing process. Not only complete billing, but it's a term and it's a tool for the billing team and the finance team to take care of the complete QTC process and the
Okay.
transaction and all the receipts. Yeah.
Great. Chandra, you also raised anything extra you want to add in it?
Yeah, it's true. But the thing is, we have to, from starting of the lead to we can convert the opportunity, then we can create the quote, then we can start this process like quote to cash. Then once we can create the code, then we can add the products for this particular, as per the requirement. Then once it is done, we can go for as per the requirement, this code we can submit for approval. Once it is got approved, then we can generate order and something order, and after that we have if there is any like a subscription product, so we can have some contract module. If there is no any like a subscription product, directly we can go for the invoice generation, and then we can go for the cash, like the payment.
Okay. Okay, got it. Ashwin, anything you want to add regarding the components? Like, have you used this thing? Like, because almost all the points have been covered. That's why I'm asking this direct question to you.
Yeah, actually, yes. This is like as everyone said, it's a code to cash and it's a sales process flow. And yeah, it starts from configuring and pricing a product. Then we have to send a code. So we can send different codes to different customers. So there will be a product. So when you ask for an object, there will be a product. Then there will be code where we send different codes to different customer. After that, once they confirm, so once they see that, review that, then there will be an object called contract where we will create, negotiate, and execute. So whatever like user, if they want 6 months or 8 months, so all the things of all the things we will be putting everything in that contract. And once that is confirmed, then we will send to that a higher official for approval. So as Chandra said, there will be an approval. So once it is signed, means once it's approved by an higher official, so then what we will do, it will be registered as a product for an ordering and fulfillment for the customer. Then from that point onwards, we can do billing and the cost section. So initially from configuring, then approval, then from that, after getting it approved, then we'll have it as a product. Then at that last, that is from code to cash. Cash means billing revenue. And then again, if they want to have it renewal, then there will be again renewal in that contract. And this flow is something termed as code to cash. So from code, then end to cash. It will be like an back-to-back flow.
Okay, so it's like a whole package of flow from start to end. It goes around, right?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you guys for this all information, and definitely you all three has been equivalent knowledge on that all set. Question 4. Okay, do give a scenario also as requested, Chandra. Yeah, you can unmute and speak, Chandra.
Yeah, the price rules basically we can like automatically we can apply the price at the time of like a quote line editor. Like if you can compare like, am I
Ashwin
audible?
has some other thoughts. Yeah, you are audible. You are audible. Yes,
Yeah.
you are audible. Okay, Ashwin,
Yes.
you was yeah, Chandra. You can continue. Sorry, you can continue. Yeah.
Yeah, if suppose the like the scenario means I was working on like a sales process. In that sales process, the what is the main difference between the quote and I mean sales process, sales normal quote and the CPQ quote is what I observed is in the sales quote, the normal sales quote we can enter the prices. Prices means we can give the discounts, but here in the CPQ, it will automatically calculate the prices based on the price rule configuration. This is what I observed the normal, the basic difference between the normal quote and the CPQ quote. And coming to the scenario, I'm not able to recollect at this moment because when I got trained the CPQ, that time I know, but now I forgot
No
I'm
issue.
not able to remember this
No
moment.
issue. Yeah. Ashwin, you were just trying to speak something. Do
Yeah,
you
so
have any
just
other thoughts on it?
I agree to that. And so, for example, initially we create a price rule, and there will be we have to add a conditions, and then as she said, we have to use in summary variable to aggregate or divide, like however, and then we will create a price action in the price rule. So in the scenario basis, if you want like very simple scenario, whenever a customer buys a product A, so on buying each, like whenever we buy like this product, automatically this has to be added. For example, whenever a customer buy a 100 ml Coke, so for every 100 ml Coke, so if he add 100 ml Coke, that should be a donut added. So whenever he buys, like whenever he picks 100 ml bottles of Coke, so 3 donuts should be automatically added. This scenario can be we can easily achieve through this price rule.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, Muzammil,
So
anything
So
extra
much
new,
like
something? Yeah.
yes. As per the price rule, through the price rule, we can give an idea and we can give the condition. So if the condition is this met, this price rule will be this. But if you're asking about the lookup queries, price rule with the lookup query, whenever any complicated scenario came in the requirement, and we are not going to fetch with the price rule, simple price rule method. So that time we need to add the lookup query. Just I want to give example. If I have the 10 products, I have the 100 products. Okay, suppose I have the 100 products and I want my price. If I sell quantity is 1, then the price should be $50. If quantity is 2, then price should be $70. If quantity is 3, then price should be $80. The quantity is 4. If I'm increasing the quantity, then price should be automatically increased. Then how much we calculate this? So how much on the which basis they are the calculating? It's not multiplying, it's not adding. So that time we can use the lookup queries. Lookup queries apply the give the complicated conditions for that. Using that complicated conditions with the lookup queries, we can achieve that kind of the requirement.
Okay, that makes sense. So moving to the next one. Yeah, from this question onward, you need to raise the hand before speaking. Like for example, right now Chandra has raised, and if she is speaking, then you guys have to go to the next question and do that. So Chandra, you can be the only one to answer on this. Yeah, Chandra, you can speak.
Yeah, basically the nested bundle in CPQ means it is a bundle inside the bundle. So we can configure the bundles. So first of all, for configuration, the bundle the main if suppose is there any bundle product, we have a two kind of options like the configuration type. We have, if we can select like a required, then we can go for the we can add like a feature and the product options. Like the bundle means it's a combination of the product option and the feature. So after that, in the product option, we have the like field called I forgot the name of the field. There is a, in the product option, there is, we can add this bundle product in that product option. I forgot that name actually. So in that we can add the bundles, because I already configured this so many times like the nested bundles. But the field name I
No,
forgot.
that's fine. That's
Sorry.
fine. It's happens. But
In
that was
different
like you
methods.
overall given the idea like how this thing need to be taken care. Yeah. So I'm proceeding to the next one. Sorry.
What is-
Okay, Chandra and Ashwin and Muzammil, everyone. Wow. But the Ashwin and Muzammil try to don't repeat the same thing. In the previous question, we do got like the same scenario was repeated. Yeah, Chandra, you can be the one. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, basically the product rules is like we can like display any like alert or validation. We can use the product rules, but for the option constraints, there is a two kind of option constraints. Exclude uh, option constraints, two types of option constraint. It is either it is like not
Okay. No issue.
sorry, sorry.
No, that's fine. Yeah. Ashwin, you can be there. Yeah.
So this option constraining, just to give a quick example, right? So whenever user buys a one product, so automatically the other product should go. For example, if I buy a French fries, so automatically it should go with either mango or an apple. So this, when we have this, so this should go with this or this. So these things can be controlled in an option constraint. Whereas product rule means whenever user selects one thing, automatically the other things has to be selected, or automatically other thing has to be divided. So those things can be achieved through product rule. This is the main difference between option constraint and product rule.
Yeah. Muzammil, anything new or extra in this? You are mute. You are mute. Muzammil, you are mute.
Sorry. Option constraint mean can create product dependency. Okay, if someone buying the desktop, you have to be you cannot select the keyboard without the laptop, external keyboard without laptop. So that is a dependency that will be product open up to. But in the product rule, there is a small difference in that. We can but say both work like same.
Okay. Next move, let me do the next question. After this, we have only one more question. Then we will go to the next scenario. So have you guys used any migration CPQ, like different tools or something that you can explain in this?
Different tools you have utilized for the migration. Migration purpose is another tool. Last one we used.
If no, then should I move to the next one? Yeah, I'm moving to this one. I think like all three need to have some thought on this. Okay. This is some scenario-tical question is there. You guys need to give some example if you really you really know which one is faster or not. You can read it. Okay.
So as you
Then,
can say, the code line editor generally
okay,
faster
Muzammil.
using the
Yeah, you
yes.
can speak. Yeah, you can speak. No issue. Yeah.
Yes. After you just say in the Salesforce CPQ, when using the code line editor, calculating generally faster using price rule or the code line calculator plugin. So we can just say that code line plugin is faster the price rules. For example, while we directly calculating on the code line editor page and we just do the on the calculation on that. So the price rule it's already running behind that, or if it's already triggered, but we can get as compared to such, we can just say QCP is fast.
Okay. No issue. Ashwin, some way like, have you really experienced this thing like QCP is fast, or you only have some under idea on it? As you have also raised hand,
Uh,
that's why I'm
Yeah, actually, I was, yeah, see, no, actually, I didn't think, but that, yeah, Kotlin editor is faster than Kotlin code calculator plugin. So this is like on update. So whenever we update something in Kotlin editor, automatically the values will be calculated on the button click. So then using a plugin. So I think that this is the fastest Kotlin editor,
okay.
really.
Moving to the next one. Yeah, Ashwin.
So the summary variable is like it allows us to evaluate the options within a bundle. So we have from a bundle. So if you want to evaluate the product within a bundle or the quote or a quote line item against some conditions and then perform some response. So at this time of thing, we will be using summary variables. For example, when we select in a computer, an example, if you select more than two things, some of two things cannot be more than this. So on that aspect, we will be using this summary variables. So for this, the dependent object, like we have to have a product rule, then configuration rule, and then next comes the summary variable. Here we actually add the logic. So what logic that has to work, and then we will add an error condition. So error condition is like validation check. So we will check if that criteria meets or not. So these three, like product rule, configuration rule, then summary variable and error condition, we will be using to achieve this summary variable.
Okay, that makes sense. So, Chandra and Muzammil, Muzammil, it looked like you are asking to someone and speaking. Who is there? Anyone somewhere near to you with whom you are talking? You are mute.
I'm just reading like the summary of
Okay.
variables, summary variables, summary variables. And
Okay, no issue.
against in that sorry summary counts against governor limit. So I think no, it will not count against the governor limit.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, moving ahead. The last question in this segment.
Advanced order management Salesforce CPQ. Advanced order management, approval management.
Very less people use this thing actually, generally in CPQ. Okay. Yeah. So Muzammil, you can start. You both guys have raised the hand together. Yeah, Muzammil.
No, I'm just giving idea about this advanced order management and advanced approval process. These two things nowadays, the business criteria is going so high and is demanding and the requirement as per this. So advanced approval and advanced order. So they already set some kind of the criteria. If these things is already is the match with this criteria, so it will giving the advanced order or advanced approval.
So you are going with the words, I think so.
Not
Okay.
words. I'm just giving an idea. Yeah.
Okay. As in anything specific technical thing, you know? Yeah.
So yeah, this initially, if you take that order, what is an order management? So it's like a central hub. This handles all the aspects of order, like means like from an life cycle. For example, from configuration, then from capturing, then fulfillment, then shipping, then service, and all the things will be tackled in this and order management. This is, means in a general way. And approval means that like we will be having certain conditions. So on if it satisfies this, we will be sending this to an higher person like manager. So if they approve that, so advance approval means it will be from the package it will evaluated that package approval rule. So based on that rule, if it is approved, then we will be having these things and all the things like from starting till the service. So it will be having that capturing that then fulfillment, all the things whatever we have in service, including that. So it's like an also like a back-to-back functionality only, and the approvals involved in it should be this one, I guess.
Okay, makes sense. So, Chandra, we have just finished our first segment in this. So, did you learn anything new? Like, I'm just taking a intro in between feedback with you guys. Like, till how did you guys learn anything new which you were not knowing and someone near to you in your colleague has spoken or something?
Yeah.
Did you find something?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know about the QCP. QCP and the summary variable, order management. These three I don't know. So these three are the new for me.
Okay. Yeah, guys, we do have other segments also. I'm moving to the next one. So the first one was for your knowledge. The second one is your experience. In this, we will be asking just one question. You guys have to share only a challenging part of your project. Like here, you don't need to share your whole past project, like what you have done from the start or end or something like that. If you have done any CPQ project, whatever was the most complicated thing you have found in that, it can be complicated for you, but not for someone else. So don't worry. Whatever you think is the most challenging part you found and you have solved it. Only that part of the story we need. So who want to start with this? Like anyone, they can raise the hand and start. Okay, Aswin, you can start.
So taking is some complicated thing. So it's initially it's like we configure and we do. So one of the thing, like one of the project was like they have initially started that and the customer has left that contract in between, and after that it came to us. So there were like different price rules, product rules, and then some means all the things were enabled, but they were all like half cooked. Actually, then based on the customer's condition, we were supposed to. It was not like we are starting from scratch. So it was already inbuilt. So from that we were going through that, and we were supposed to understand all the logics, whatever that has been enabled. And after that, based on the customer, so they want to fulfill the conditions. So based on that, we are supposed to tune it, and we are supposed to delete and update it and upgrade. Means like we have to do some changes, and then means to satisfy the customer things. So such types of things was a challenging one for us than means doing it from the start.
Okay, that's good. Chandra, you can be the next one.
Yeah, but the thing is, what I was facing in my project, there is a contract. We can like amend the contract for contract renewal or termination, or as like the price negotiation. But the initial days, I don't know about the termination. I mean, how we can how we can terminate the contract and everything. I don't know. So the thing is, after like analyzing, I mean, after doing the R&D and everything, so I got to know about this termination process. So that is the like first of when I was trying for first time, I was like I was like a dump. But after that, I was like doing like a multiple times. Then everybody like calling me now in my company. Everybody like calling me. You are the like a contract like a professional expert. Like either the termination for the amendment, you are doing well. Everybody is saying.
That's good to know. That's true. Muzammil, anything in from your side? Any of your worst or challenging experience, especially in CPQ?
Especially in CPQ, no.
Okay, no issue. We do have other all segments also in this. So now the work ethics. This is our third segment. So in this, we are actually trying to understand like how better we can handle the worst situation, or how better we understand the things which client provide us, which include sometime documentation, which include sometime security perspectives and many things, because client is not technical and they have their own business to be work around. So the first thing is this. According to you, what are the core best practices which you are following? Okay. And that are not very common, like something you have created of your own or something you found by research or something like that. You have to give something, like you have to show your edge, like in following this type of best practices, following the governor rule limit or something. I found this thing, or this is something which is very rare, which many people don't know. So you can share your vision or story or anything on that. Yeah. Still, you need to raise the hand, whichever person want to start first. Yes.
So the best practice will be like we can have a proper naming conversion. So whatever the product rule or summary rule or whatever we create, so we should have the proper naming thing so that whoever comes next or whoever thinks that we can easily understand what has to be means what is supposed to be done using that rule. And also in from the description field we can give like in two or three lines of brief that like if you write any rule, so just to understand before going to that rule condition we can give an overview of that so that whoever reads that they will be able to understand what is achieved or if there is some issue in that what can be done to make that changes. So having an like minor changes, these things can be a good practice for implementing a CPQ.
Okay, that makes sense. Muzammil, anything from your side?
Yes, these things I came in my previous practices, naming convention. Yes, last 3 months, I'm just trying to, whenever I'm creating a new field or creating product or creating anything, whenever I need, I'm giving the full description for that because it will not create confusion. Naming convention is important. These things come under my best practices.
Okay. Chandra, anything other than naming convection which you did in your
Yeah,
office or
for
which
me,
you guys?
I will like I must read the documentation which is coming from the client or something. I must read it like once or twice. I must read.
Okay, that's good. Have you guys come to this situation? If yes, how creatively you have managed this? Like, or you have never missed the situation, came to this? What was your experience with this? Yasmin.
This can never happen to anyone. There will be definitely a miss. So as per the play agreement, there are some chances. So after that means like we were having that in lead, right? So we talk to we communicate to the client, and we ask for extra thing. It means it will be like prior itself. Like if we are feeling that we will not be able to achieve that on that bid, maybe there could be many other consequences. Like there can be situations, but anything we have to means what we have done is like we have taken it to client very efficiently, and we have asked them to have extra things. So apart from that,
Okay.
we didn't do something magic or wonders. The normal thing what everyone does.
Okay. Muzammil, yeah. You are mute. Muzammil, you are mute.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
really sorry for this 2 times. Okay, when the deadline miss or anything happens, so that time we take help from the teammates and we work as a team and complete that the scenario with it, help taking help or taking permission of the managers. So that one or twice time happened, it was uh, not big, did any fault for that. It was controlled all things, but it was not big,
Okay.
many deadlines. Yeah, 1 or 2 days max.
Good, good. Chandra, how was your journey on this situation?
Yeah, till now, thank God, I didn't face this situation. I thank to all my leaders and managers.
Okay, so those guys are handling this thing, it look like. Okay, moving to the next one. This is something which is a need, but many time ignored. So how exactly you guys do this? What you do? What tools you use for it? Yeah, Chandra, you can start.
Yeah, this is the best part. I like it actually, the documentation part. Because if any new project is coming, my manager and lead will assign the project documentation to me. So I'm using the tools is like Google mostly for the documentation. I was like preparing the documentation in the simple manner. Like I mean, in simple manner means in the if we can see the documentation, we will get to know about this entire the project and the requirements. So I can prepare in a simple manner this
Okay,
BRD and everything.
good. Yeah, Ashwin, what do you think about this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. See, like whatever it means, like you say, documentation plays an important thing. So it is like when we do, or if someone wants to refer, or whatever things we do. So initially, what we practice is like initially we start with low-level documentation. So in that, where we build an architect and all the things like from what is the start. So what next and what all the means like independent variable, who is that independent, and by using this, what is that is getting achieved. And usually in my project, like we were using Quip and confluences. So in Quip, we were actually making this all these documentations, and we were sharing it. And once the like low level document is approved, then we do the high level documentation. So from architect, we connect to architect and we get it confirmed. So all the things, if it is done properly, or do we need to make any changes, or something is missed out. And then there was a product owner in the criteria will be like Surface Scrum Master, then there will be a product owner, then we will be there, and then we going lead. So from that, whatever we make in low level, we get it confirmed from the product owner. And once they confirm that all the things are covered or nothing is missed, means again we add it. Then we make it into a high level document, and that we share with client. So by using this functionality, what all will happen, and by what conditions and all the things. And there will be flow charts, a chart diagram from the pictorial representation from the Salesforce, all the things that usually we add that. And the tool, like how she said, we have used Google, but now in my project we have used Quip and Confluence only.
Okay. Yeah, Muzammil, anything regarding documentation you want to add? Yeah.
Yeah, same thing as discussed the Ashwin. Same things we apply here.
Okay, that's good. So now, nowadays there is a video documentation process is also there. Like people are creating explanatory video for the clients, and these things are also coming up with certain tools, Looms, and that all thing is taking. Yeah.
My bad,
Yes.
actually. Very, very sorry. Yeah, Loom. Yeah, we have used that also. So where we record the complete session, like from start to end, and we have shared, there will be a link option to generate the link out of it, and we add that in that document as well. Yeah, videos
Yeah,
things also we have.
these things are taking care of it now.
So
Okay,
before that
so
demo,
moving to
after
the
that,
next. Yeah, yeah. Okay, no issue.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
move to the one.
No, sorry, sorry.
So
No.
this one is a bit different type, as I already told you, cross examination. So here, what you guys need to do, you guys can use your notepad if you are on a computer. Just write up your question, whatever you want to ask to your colleague. These questions can relate two things: your knowledge, how good the question is, and the counter person knowledge, how good it is. Keep it regarding CPQ, because this is for CPQ. You guys have like 30 seconds or something. Like, it is not very compulsory 30 seconds, but okay, you guys have your time started and you can work on your question. And please write it down, because many times when you speak, other person don't exactly understand and you may need to repeat again and again. So just write on the notepad, and when your turns come, share your screen. Whichever person is ready. I do have some names I have kept in such way, but if anyone is ready, they can raise the hand. Anyone ready? Don't pick the toughest question from the world, because you
No,
will
actually,
also
I have
need
a
to
question.
answer. Try to remember whatever question you will ask. If no one were able to answer, you have to answer it. Okay, so don't be just the toughest question in the world. So Chandra
It's
was
not
the
like
first one. Yeah, I'm just switching off my screen. Okay, Chandra, you can share your screen.
Yeah, sure. I'm sharing. Just give me 1 minute.
Okay.
Able to see my screen?
Yes, we are able to see. So this is a question from Chandra to Muzammil and Ashwin. Who want to give the answer first? Yeah, please keep that. Please keep that, Chandra, for a while.
Okay.
Keep the question.
Chandra, what do you mean by the types of product? Is it like different methods or?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Types of product. It's like a different product names. Product type names.
Chandra, you can keep that question. You're only the Google screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So Ashwin, Muzammil, who want to start the answer? Yeah, Muzammil, you can speak. Yeah.
What is the CPQ? As in configuration price quotation, and using this tool, it's a to run their business and grow their business. And the types of the product in the CPQ, as a different type of product, is subscription based product, asset based products. Okay, and other also we can say the products subscription based with the terms and with the conditions, and with the, we can create a contract and asset based product also.
Okay.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. Ashwin, anything extra or anything?
So CPQ, yeah, we know. So maybe the different and then types of product in the sense like Chandra, are you meaning something about like subscribed product or fixed discount, means fixed price, and then non-subscribed products. So that could be the types of product, I guess.
Okay. Now you
can correct if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you can say it right or wrong or the answer in this. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So CPQ is, as you both said, like it's a right configure price and quote. The types of product means like a standalones and a bundle product. So inside, once we can fix this standalone and bundle, then we can add the subscription based products or asset based products.
Okay, that makes sense. So among now Ashwin and Muzammil, who are ready now. Chanda, you can stop sharing your screen. Thanks for the question and the explanation.
Share.
No issues.
Ashwin, you are not able to share?
I'm able. Let me see. Let me know if you're able to see my screen.
Okay.
So it's very simple. Like, can anyone say what is code template and why do we use that in CPQ? Like, what is the functionality, overall things?
Okay, we are able to see your question. Yeah. Okay, Muzammil. Yeah.
Code template is a complete documentation of the product and the customer's address and all the billing address, shipping address, everything. We can create the code template also using template. We can there is different sections about products and shipping address, billing address, and as per the requirement or as per the company, we can create different code template for using the code.
Okay. Chandra, you can be the next.
Yeah, the code template means it's like a documentation as as he mentioned. So the details like the product configuration, the product name and the quantity. It will show the entire list of the product and quantities and the prices, and also the shipping and billing addresses. We can generate like a multiple code templates as per the requirement. So in CPQ that we follow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah. Ashwin, is it right or
Yeah,
anything you want to add in it?
as templated, we know, and like we have logo, like where we have this, where we store in documents. So from documents we can insert logo, then we can create a template content, and then there can be more sections. So we can add a template section, so where we will have the content that to be added, and then we can have columns. And this is used to adjust and populate tables. So for using tables and everything, we use line, columns, and sections, content, and for logo, we can insert a logo using a documents.
Okay, that's good. Muzammil, is your questions ready?
Yes.
You can share your screen.
My question is very simple.
Okay. You guys can see the question?
Actually, it's like little blurry. I'm not able to see it properly.
What is twin fields?
Muzammil, just select and make it big font. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Now able to see?
What is twin fields?
What is
Twin.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
TWIN, twin fields.
yes, yes.
Question for Chandra and Ashwin. Oh, wow. Now we can see easily. Yeah. Okay, Ashwin. Yeah, you can start. Sorry.
So twin field is like something, it's like a certain pair of in CPQ object, right? So it will pass the value from one field from an object to the second object when the object is created. So for example, when we have that set enabled, so from the first object, whenever the values that will be passed to the second object on creation.
Okay.
And
Chandra,
for that, we
anything?
should have a matching
Yeah.
names.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's like a field updation. We can pass
Okay.
the values from one object to other object, the same values.
That's good. That's good. So, Muzammil, is it correct?
Yes, is that correct? It's completely mirror of the another object. So whatever we created in the custom object, we want to use pass the same value with that other fields. We can create the twin field for this. It's completely right. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
To be
So,
editable, and the thing is, we have to have a same API names.
Yeah, we need
That's-
same API name for that.
So that's good. Like from my side, let me share my screen again. So definitely there are some more sessions, the creative sessions also we have in my mind, but we have a time limit and we have now only have 3 more minutes in that particular session. So I'm again just coming to this particular thing. So here after this, overall, we are complete with this whole scenario. So what next is going to happen? Let me tell you. So you may get an idea. This is one of the report of our past thing which we have created on some past people, like people who have joined or attended this. So definitely, again, the similar way we are going to analyze the whole process and we are going to characterize a current knowledge. Don't consider this report as a complete set of your ranking or something like that, because many times, when at the time you are giving the paper, if you know, but maybe it is not like your knowledge consideration in that sense. So this is as per your current set of knowledge, this reporting will be done and we'll be sharing this with the client, and then client will be reviewing it as the recorded video, and then they will be connecting directly with your representatives and the things will be done in that era. So this is overall. Now we have 2 more minutes. So now you guys can give some type of feedback, positive, negative, how we can make it more better. I have one idea also. I would like to share that and see how this
Okay.
goes, but you guys can just let your feedback first. Muzammil, you can start. How was the session?
Yeah, session was completely good, and this is the first time I've seen this process. Okay, I don't know before that. When I got your invitation request and said, I thought okay, all of the interviewer and only I am the giving the interview. So I don't need to see what, but this is completely very fantastic process, and I think someone will be very comfortable with you while talking, while communicating with you. This is a very good manner to talk. Seriously, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
That's good. Ashwin?
Yeah, see, to be frank, this is something new. I haven't got like, we have joined like many interviews, but this is totally different. We cannot say this is as an interview. This something looks like an KT, like a knowledge transfer. And it was interrogative. So we were getting knowledge from everyone. So we were able to, it was like a complete package. Same like how CPQ, it was like a complete package. From initially, we were having a brush up knowledge, then we were having a company experience, like then ethics, then questioning each other, and finally now feedback. So it's like a bundle. So where we have end to end,
Yeah.
and this is something a good initiative, and we are pretty impressed actually. I'm like it's like, see, initially we have a panic, right? Whenever like small
Yes,
panic, like
yes,
whether
yes.
but this avoids the panic and this makes us more
Okay.
interactive. This is
Yeah,
yeah,
like
good.
definitely after when we share this whole report with the client can have their own traditional interviews, but this is something to give them a first glimpse. Like, okay, they can see your knowledge, they can see your communication, they can see who you are, your work ethics. So many, many doubts in the mind of the client is clear. Now they are directly talking with you project. What we need, like client want to talk with you project. They should not again talk for your knowledge. They should not ask those questions again, which already asked. So that is our actually steps in
I
this.
don't think there will be a questions than this, but pretty excited to see what will be that.
Okay. Yeah, Chandra, anything from
Thank
your
you.
side?
Yeah, it's a very good section. For the first time, I'm like seeing the interview is like it's like a friendly. You are talking like we are like a chit chatting. So
No, but
nothing
that
is.
actually the motive is to show the knowledge. Actually, here we are not in the race. Like this one is good or this one is best or this one is. Everyone has their own set of knowledge, and every client has their own set of preference. So this same meetup can be used multiple time for multiple client. It is not like that same client is only one client is there and we have to do it out. So that's why we are
Okay.
keeping that in mind and we are talking about technology. So regarding the idea, I have one wild card entry because I have one more minute with me. So the wildcard entry is because I saw you all three got a chance to ask the question, but whatever you have asked, the other part has given the answer. I give you one more minute. Make a question. Only the first one who will raise the hand by preparing a question will get a chance. Make one question, but it should be at least that much difficult, like the other person should not able to answer and you know the answer. This will show something different. Did you got my point? What I want to say? Make a
No, can you
question.
please? Okay.
Okay, I'm repeating again. I'm repeating again. Again, as you have seen in the cross examination, this is again a simple. Only one question we have, so only one person will get a chance. So you three guys can make a question. Whichever person will make the question first, he has to raise the hand and he will get a chance. But if that question is something which other person are not able to answer, then you will get a point for it. You got my point. It should not be very common like other person should be able to answer. We want it to be a tough question, but you should know the answer. It is not like you find the hardest thing from the Google. So is it clear to Chandra, Aswin, and Muzammil?
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, we understand
Okay.
completely.
Okay.
Mm, both of us, both of are very good. That's what I'm
Because
thinking.
by now you know the knowledge of each other, how good each other can be.
And sorry, do we need to write this in notepad or do we need to say once we
Yeah,
are
yeah.
ready?
Writing in the notepad would be a good idea because if you speak, other person may not able to understand. Just copy paste or write it out. Take 10 seconds for more for that, but that need to be there. Anyone prepared? Can raise the hand. Okay, Chandra. You can share the screen.
I hope they will answer it, but I will share my screen.
Okay.
Able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, the second one.
Anyone like to answer this? Muzammil or Aswin?
Is it an amendment quote or what is the question?
It's a contract. It's not a quote.
So there will be button on the contract itself, amend contract on the opportunity. So using that, we will be able to do this. This is like you can change the original way in some other way.
Okay. Muzammil, anything you want to add in? Because she is known very well in her company for contracts that we know now.
Not that much. Not that much.
Right, so, yeah, there is a very simple method we use. We just click on the amendment and we make the amendment as per the request.
Okay. Chandra, are these answers correct or you have some other point to be put in this?
Yeah, I have some other point. The basically we can amend the contract, not the opportunity and the quote. We can amend the contract. The amendment is like a two types. Either we can renewal or else the termination. What is a renewal means? If suppose there is a like a, the renewal means if suppose once the contract has like a ended, then we can renew the contract. If suppose there is a subscription term, we have the field called on the quota, we have a field called subscription term. So based on the subscription term and the close date and the end date, we can once the contract like got ended, then we can renew the contract as per the requirement. And coming to the second one, the termination. If suppose we can the same button, we can use the same button called amend. We can click on the amend button. There is a quote line which is showing like the quantities and the prices and the products, all the details. For the quantity, we can decrease, we can terminate we can terminate with as a 0. Then it is called like a contract termination. The renewal means we can increase the quantity.
Okay, makes sense. You can stop sharing your
Yes, sir.
screen. So yeah, Aswin and Muzammil, if you guys are also ready and if you have done that hard work, yeah, Muzammil, you can share the screen. Fast, we just take the questions fast and just finish the session. Yeah.
Yes. Are you able to see?
Yeah, it's coming up. We're able to see. Okay, the question in front of you guys. Ashwin and Chandra, any answer? Okay, Chandra.
Yeah, here we can, there is a, we have a configuration called, one concept called like a MDQ, multi-dimensional quote. We can set it as a quarterly, then we can cancel from the October, we can cancel in between the contract. We can click on the amend, then we can cancel it from the October.
Okay.
October, November and December.
Okay. I think, okay, Muzammil, this is the only answer we have from our side. So is it correct or anything else?
Yes, is this Correct. But we also need to be add new create contract from November to December 31st also. Without product is zero quantity. Again, in the if you're asking about that,
Okay.
right?
So
It will be
this
cancelled
makes
till the October. It will not subscription continue from November and December.
So, Muslim, you
That
mean
is
like we
product.
can make an amendment code and then we can reduce the quantity, right? So that will relate automatically the related codes line item will be 0. So that way we can cancel the contract, right?
Yes, this is again. Yeah, this is also good.
okay. One more process.
Yeah.
Aswin, you have the last question. Muzammil, you can stop sharing the screen. Sorry guys, I just overtook 5 more minutes, but
No,
next
it's
time I
not
will
like
keep
that.
this in.
But I'm just asking, do I really need to share that question?
Really, I'm enjoying this kind of process. Yeah.
That is
How
more
can we
important.
link CPQ with Salesforce?
Oh wow. Okay.
So initially we have a Salesforce, right? So how do we get that CPQ? Like very simple. It should be simple only. Okay.
Okay, Chandra. Yeah.
I don't know whether it is my answer is correct or not, but I have to be. So we have a package like inbuilt package. We can install it. Then we can configure the settings like the package. There are some kind of settings we can configure. Then after that we can set up like page layouts like account and opportunity product. We can configure the layouts depends on the requirement. I mean the profiles. For profiles we can assign the page layout which is called like a CPQ account layout, CPQ opportunity layout, some kind of page layouts we have.
Okay.
This is what I'm
Okay. No issue.
thinking.
Yeah. So I think so. We have this. Yeah, Muzammil. Yeah.
And if Ashwin is asking to assigning the CPQ tool to someone user or profile, so we can directly update from this Salesforce as an admin, assign the CPQ license to him or her. That is package. That is
Yeah, what Muslim you are saying is right. Actually, I was expecting the answer what Chandra was saying, just or like basic.
Okay. Okay. So these two things are there. Okay, guys. So from my side, thank you for your time. And as I have shown you the report, this type of things will going to be created tomorrow. So mostly Monday we will be sharing that with you guys, and then we'll be sharing with the client also. And do share this with your representative, and from there on we will be connected, and we'll be stay in touch. Like there will be a group and everything would be done. We have our own portal. iClient is our portal. Under construction or something, no issue, but you guys can visit and test it out anytime you get chance.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So thank you guys. Thank you, Aswin. Thank you, Muzammil. Thank you, Chandra, for your time. And I will keep you posted about the procedures.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Have a nice
Okay. Bye. 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 Yeah.